There was half a moment of silence, immediately interrupted by the droning voice of the salaried cicerone.
Ancient Harburg, date of the 6th century, time of King Arthur and the Round Table, said to have belonged to the knight Sir Sagramore le Desirous. Observe the round hole through the chainmail in the left breast. Can't be accounted for. Supposed to have been done with a bullet since invention of firearms, perhaps maliciously by Cromwell's soldiers.
My acquaintance smiled. Not a modern smile, but one that must have gone out of general use many, many centuries ago, and muttered apparently to himself, "Wit ye well, I saw it done." Then, after a pause, added, "I did it myself." By the time I had recovered from the electric surprise of this remark, he was gone. All that evening I sat by my fire at the Warwick Arms, steeped in a dream of the olden time, while the rain beat upon the windows and the wind roared about the eaves and corners. From time to time I dipped into old Sir Thomas Malory's enchanting book, and fed at its rich feast of prodigies and adventures, breathed in the fragrance of its obsolete names, and dreamed again. Midnight being come at length, I read another tale, for a nightcap. This which here follows, to wit, How Sir Launcelot slew 2 giants and made a castle free. Anon withal came there upon him 2 great giants, well armed, all save the heads, with 2 horrible clubs in their hands. Sir Launcelot put his shield afore him, and put the stroke away of the one giant, and with his sword he clave his head asunder. When his fellow saw that, he ran away as he were wood, demented, for fear of the horrible strokes, and Sir Launcelot after him with all his might, and smote him on the shoulder, and clave him to the middle. Then Sir Launcelot went into the hall, and there came afore him 80 ladies and damsels, and all kneeled unto him, and thanked God and him of their deliverance. For, "Sir," said they, "the most part of us have been here this 7 year their prisoners, and we have worked all manner of silk works for our meat, and we are all great gentlewomen born, and blessed be the time, knight, that ever thou wert born, for thou hast done the most worship that ever did knight in the world. That will we bear record, and we all pray you to tell us your name, that we may tell our friends who delivered us out of prison." "Fair damsels," he said, "my name is Sir Launcelot du Lake." And so he departed from them and betaught them unto God. And then he mounted upon his horse, and rode into many strange and wild countries, and through many waters and valleys, and evil was he lodged. And at the last, by fortune, him happened against a knight to come to a fair courtelage, and therein he found an old gentlewoman that lodged him with a good will, and there he had good cheer for him and his horse. And when time was, his host brought him into a fair garret over the gate to his bed. There Sir Launcelot unarmed him, and set his harness by him, and went to bed, and anon he fell on sleep. So, soon after there came one on horseback, and knocked at the gate in great haste. And when Sir Launcelot heard this, he rose up, and looked out at the window, and saw by the moonlight 3 knights come riding after that one man, and all 3 lashed on him at once with swords, and that one knight turned on them knightly again, and defended him. "Truly," said Sir Launcelot, "yonder one knight shall I help, for it were shame for me to see 3 knights on one, and if he be slain I am partner of his death." And therewith he took his harness, and went out at a window by a sheet down to the 4 knights, and then Sir Launcelot said on high, "Turn you knights unto me, and leave your fighting with that knight." And then they all 3 left Sir Kay, and turned unto Sir Launcelot, and there began great battle, for they alight all 3, and strake many strokes at Sir Launcelot, and assailed him on every side. Then Sir Kay dressed him for to have holpen Sir Launcelot. "Nay, sir," said he, "I will none of your help, therefore as ye will have my help, let me alone with them." Sir Kay, for the pleasure of the knight, suffered him for to do his will, and so stood aside. And then anon within 6 strokes Sir Launcelot had stricken them to the earth. And then they all